Hello everybody and welcome to tonight's reading. This is going to be another general reading for the collective. For anyone who may be new here, welcome. Do not forget to subscribe to this channel and like these videos if you enjoy twin flame readings and content, and also if you would like for me to be able to channel more specific messages for you and your situation. That allows me to feel your energy a bit more clearly. So if you would like that, definitely be sure to like and subscribe. So today I'm going to be using my Modern Witch Tarot deck, one of the newer ones that I recently received, my Astro Codes Oracle cards, as well as my Spirit Animal Oracle cards. These are so cute. I think you guys will really enjoy this deck. So this is intended just to be general messages for the collective. So use your intuition to know which messages are for you and which ones may be for others. And also remember that time and energy are fluid, so these messages truly can occur at any time. Just to get the general energy for the collective astrologically, let me start with my Astro Codes Star Oracle, or Star Codes Astro Oracle, and see what comes through here. Spirit, what is the current energy of the Twin Flame Collective? Vesta, Hearth. So as soon as this came up, I heard longing for home. There's a very strong sense of longing that is coming up here. Energy at the bottom of the deck is progression's journey. So for those of you who've been following me for some time, you know that this month, June, is a huge reunion window for twin flames of the first wave. So it makes sense that this strong longing for hearth and home and the progression's journey is leading us towards this. So for all of those twin flames who are due to come into union this season, this is a really strong indication that this really can show up now, literally any day within the 3D physical. So now let's take it to the tarot to see what's happening with the Divine Feminines first. Let's start with the Divine Feminine energy in the collective, the High Priestess. Okay, so I'm hearing that so many Divine Feminines now are learning to really tune into their intuition and trust their instincts when it comes to their twin flame connection. I just saw 3 on my recording timer as I was saying this. This could definitely be a significant angel number for those who are listening. Divine Feminines are really learning how to step out of overthinking mode and step into intuitive thinking mode. They're getting so much better at clearing their energy so that they don't mistake their fears for their intuition. And they're learning to trust the intuitive messages that are coming through to them through meditations or energy clearing practices, and just in general, some Divine Feminines here are very highly intuitive themselves, and they receive messages just sporadically, and they're learning to trust the messages that they are receiving. They're learning to tune into their higher self and be okay with what is unknown. Here we have the Strength card. And with this, I heard inner strength immediately. Yes, Divine Feminines are absolutely learning to tap into their inner strength like never before. Knight of Pentacles. I just heard a Divine Masculine step in to say, I trained you to do this. So that's quite a funny message, but it's actually true, because the Divine Masculines truly do seem to have this extremely painfully slow moving energy sometimes, where we can sense their energy within ourselves that, okay, there's some sort of movement that's about to be made here. At any moment we can feel it, but then what we're expecting didn't happen. And so we, divine feminines have to learn to just tune into their inner strength to continue to ride on this roller coaster, because truly the twin flame connections, if they can be likened to anything, it would be, the world's most intense roller coaster ride emotionally. The moon, anxiety. So anxiety has been such a big part of the collective energy for some time, and it continues to be. So what this card is telling us is that there will always be things that are unknown. We will always have questions, but learning to lean into the unknown, learning to be okay with this darkness, like this moon here just represents all we know right now. And the darkness around it is so vast, with only, these tiny specks of light, these tiny little stars around here and there, that can be, those intuitive little messages that we get here and there, or little confirmations within our 3D world, those signs and syncs that we see sometimes. But this learning to lean into this darkness of the unknown is exactly what gives you this inner strength, and it's exactly what helps you be in this high priestess energy. This is truly your goddess energy here, that you are, as the divine masculine said, being trained by them to step into through their painfully slow movements in the physical 3D. But I'm also hearing Spirit say, don't be fooled by what you don't see, because you're feeling the things that you're feeling for a reason. There's something to what you feel, and even though you don't see those movements, the energy at the bottom of the deck here is the 10 of Wands. It's because there are so many burdens, and many times these are past life burdens as well, that still have to be released before any movement can be seen in the 3D. This entire spiritual awakening, ascension, and healing process on this twin flame path uproots and heals, wounds and energy body blockages and just generational curses, for lack of a better word, through all of these cycles. And when all of those things are completed and cleared, that's when we are able to see anything actually happen in the 3D. And the divine masculines and the divine feminines all have their own versions of these burdens. They all have their own 10 of Wands that they are carrying with them and learning to release. And sometimes that energy of expectation and waiting and impatience, that itself can be your 10 of Wands, 10 of Cups. So here we have a very, outcome predictive card here. Your 10 of Cups is on the horizon, just like we saw right at the beginning of this reading. This longing for home and hearth, this is where it's leading you. It is leading you back into reunion. And this anxiety is only a phase. If you notice the picture of the moon, you can see the different moon phases illustrated here. And these moon phases are like the phases of anxiety that you face and deal with in your everyday life on this journey. But it's all for the sake of this rainbow at the end of it all. So hang in there, stay strong, lean into your inner strength as Spirit guided us to do earlier, because this is truly coming for you. And here, the energy at the bottom of the deck, I love this card. This is the +1 card in this tarot. It is the 10 of Swords, but Instead, it says everything is fine. So even though in the 3D physical circumstances, it may look like, everything is over, but it's actually not. These swords have not penetrated this person at all. It's literally just tiny little pinpricks. And these little pinpricks are only for that sake of helping you learn and end those karmic cycles. As I said that, I saw 1010 on my recording timer. 1010 is the angel number of karmic cycles ending. So yes, it may feel like rock bottom. Yes, it may feel like, the end of the world when 3D physical separation happens, because at that point, you don't have the clarity to see into the future. You don't have the ability to know what's coming next. And you're just hanging on for dear life to, all those memories and all this hope for something. And it's not in vain. Spirit is showing you here that separation really happens for a higher reason. Everything really is fine underneath the surface. You can't see it, but it is. So everything, has to run its natural course. But at the same time, it's your job to keep your vibration high and aligned so you can make sure that you are doing your job as far as your own healing and ascension journey. It's not only up to your counterpart, right? Both the divine masculines and the divine feminines have their own healing to do. They have their own ascension and awakening work to do. So be sure that you are staying true to that path and staying true to, what it is that you have to do, your end of the work, so that this reunion can take place. Here we have the Three of Swords. There is a lot of heartbreak when this happens, right? When cycles end. And even in the current energy, I'm feeling like as karmic cycles are ending, many twin flames in the collective are feeling that heartbreak. There's a heaviness there because, people are people, and every time you have to end something that has been a part of your life for so long, you go through an upheaval. It is an emotional process. It's a good emotional process because it brings in growth and greater stability, and it takes you on your life's soul purpose journey, right? But at the same time, we're all human. We have emotions, we feel things. And even though, many know that this karmic cycle is something they definitely want out of, karmic cycles are based on attachment. This is why they're not really healthy. They can be codependent or toxic. It's not a love bond, it's an attachment bond. And that's why they can take so long to break, because it's an unhealthy attachment. Usually it's an attachment that's there to teach us a lesson. And once that lesson is learned, that connection is supposed to fall apart. And usually what happens is you naturally just kind of start to let go of that connection. Like, I all of a sudden just don't feel like talking to this person anymore. I just feel like we don't connect anymore. Like, you'll know internally that it's over. But to make that over a reality in the physical 3D, of course, you're gonna feel something, right? It is the end of an era. So don't be afraid to acknowledge that. Don't be afraid to, just accept the fact that you will have some sort of emotion around ending even a karmic attachment. It doesn't mean that you don't love your twin flame. It's in fact huge proof that you do love your twin flame, that you're ending this to be able to be with them. But, people are people. And here we have the Eight of Wands. So I heard Spirit say communication is really close, you guys. So, and I just heard out of the blue. So absolutely, for many people, it is going to come out of the blue. It's going to come when you least expect it. It's going to come in the modality that you probably least expect. For some people, I'm seeing like actual run-ins in the 3D physical reality. I'm seeing like people bumping into their twin flame in person just out of nowhere, and then striking up a conversation that leads to a reconnection. Here we have the Wheel of Fortune. Yes, this is something that's faded. This is absolutely something that is fated. Times are turning in the favor of this connection, because now it is, the universe is saying it's time for these twin flames to come back together. It's not something that they can control. It is not something that, you know, they can in any way influence the outcome, because it's fated. It's, you know, you can't plan to run into your twin flame somewhere or something like that. It's just, it's gonna happen. It's gonna be natural. And look what we have at the bottom of the deck, the Four of Wands, the Union card. This is exactly what is coming up for so many twin flames in the collective. And I just feel such like giddy energy with that card. I wish I could like project that energy out into YouTube for all of you to feel through the video, because it's just such an amazing feeling of, you know, having butterflies in your stomach again, of having that excitement of seeing your literal other half any day now, literally any day now. Justice. Karma has been cleared. The scales of balance have been restored. Justice has been served. This is such beautiful energy, you guys. Anything else? Last card for the Divine Feminine's messages. And then I'll reshuffle the deck and we'll see what comes through for the masculines. The Hanged Man. So what I'm hearing my guides tell me is that even though things seem stuck in the physical 3D right now, what's happening is both parties are gaining enlightenment. They are growing, they're ascending, they're becoming the best versions of themselves, so that when they do reunite, when this union does come up, it's stable, it's lasting. It's that emotional fulfillment that you've been waiting for. Now I'm going to reshuffle these cards here. And now we will look into the Divine Masculine energies. I'm going to pull an Astro Oracle card here for the masculine specifically. What is the collective Divine Masculine's current energy? Future, North Node, okay. So definitely the Divine Masculines are in heavy planning mode right now. They're really looking at the future. They're kind of completing that cycle of healing. Here we have the Chiron healing energy at the bottom of the deck. So that cycle of healing that they needed during that time of separation is really completing now. And let's see what is going on. Seven of Cups. Okay, this flipped itself over. The Divine Masculine had a lot of options during this separation. A lot of options. But they know in their mind and their heart that they're loyal to their Divine Feminine. These options really weren't even options for them. They weren't even looking, right? They knew what they were being prepared for to come back home. They've been manifesting this connection. Do you see this cup at the very top with the heart and the wings? That's you, Divine Feminine. That is what they were manifesting. So when you are truly in love with somebody, it really doesn't matter who comes before you. You know, you don't feel that. You don't feel that attraction or desire for probably even the most desirable person when you are truly in love with somebody. And that is the state that the collective divine masculine really seems to be in. I keep being shown a dog here. So utmost fidelity and loyalty is what the divine masculines are feeling toward their divine feminine. And I'm hearing divine masculine step in to say that, you know, don't worry about who wants me. I want you. I don't want options. I want you. The Chariot. The divine masculines are coming in. They're really coming in quick towards you. And look at that, we have the Sphinxes here as well. So this is really like confirmation of that, you know, spiritual, supernatural guidance and protection over this connection, where any third parties will literally probably just, you know, quote unquote, be ripped up by those Sphinxes. Because the masculine's heart is not even open for it, not even looking. They don't desire that, and it's fated for them to be with their divine feminine. On a higher self level, they have known that. In the 3D physical, they're realizing it more and more each day. Look at that, the Hierophant. This is like marriage level commitment. This is what they are coming in with. This is what they have been manifesting. What a beautiful flow of cards we have here. They've been manifesting this connection in the 5D. They're actually beginning to come in now in the physical 3D, and they're coming in with major commitment. I love this energy, and I'm pretty sure you guys will too. What else do we need to know about the divine masculines at this time, Spirit? What else is the divine masculine energy? Four of Swords. Okay, so these masculines, I'm getting for the next couple days, probably they're going to be in a little bit of a rest mode to clear their energy, because they're really preparing, like I'm talking heavy preparing, like gifts and, you know, something to come in with. Look at this. For the feminines, we had that 10 of Cups, right? The happy family, emotional fulfillment. For the masculines, they're coming in with the 10 of Pentacles. I prefer this actually to the 10 of Cups too, because this is all kinds of stability. This is emotional stability, financial stability, stability in life in general, mental stability, you know, like the dream life. This card carries with it the energy of the dream life. Here we have it. Once those karmic cycles were walked away from, so many new inspirations came through. I heard muse. Divine feminine, you are your masculine's muse here. He's really getting creative about what to bring you when he comes back. Here we have the Page of Pentacles. This, you know, this is the focus that he has on stability. This is being serious about creating a life with somebody and wanting to do it together. The Fool, leap of faith. It's here. 10 of Cups at the bottom, you guys. We just got both of them. 10 of Cups and 10 of Pentacles. Yes, this is absolute confirmation from Spirit. We are talking unions that are days away. We are already, you know, in what, the second to the last week of June. We are talking reunion in days, you guys. This is absolutely beautiful energy. I'm gonna get a Kipper card and a spirit animal card, and we will see our final messages here. Any messages from this deck, Spirit, for the twin flames? Yes, you, divine feminine, are constantly on their mind. They are literally drowning in thoughts of you, planning for this future. This is, you know, daydreaming, fantasizing, utter confirmation here. All of these things happening. Even more confirmation that it's for the Divine Masculine, the main male card at the bottom of the deck. Now let's see what spirit, animal spirit, is guiding the twin flame connections at this time. The twin flames of the first wave due for reunions in this month of June. The seahorse spirit, watch and wait. You've done the work, guys. You have done as much work as you possibly can for the sake of your connection, you know, for the sake of your individual healing. You guys have done this work with great focus. Now you're just waiting for the fruits to sprout on this tree. This tree has germinated, it's grown into a full-grown tree. It's, you know, that season to harvest these fruits now. You can see the buds of these fruits on these trees. You're just waiting for them to get ripe enough for you to pick them. And in this case, in this particular reunion tree, you don't have to even go outside to pick the fruits. It's just going to fall off the tree for you in perfect ripe condition. At the bottom of the deck, we have the deer spirit. Bring a gentle touch. So this depends on, you know, the status of your connection, you know, right now versus when the 3D disconnect happened, if there was intermittent communication in between or not. But for some connections, I see 1010 on my watch here. Another confirmation that karmic cycles are literally over. 8 of Cups, right? Walked away. But getting back to my point, you have to bring a gentle touch into this reconnection, because if the 3D physical disconnect happened on not so good terms, like, you know, people were really hurt, there may have been some hostilities, there may have been things that, you know, one or the other party is really afraid of not being forgiven for, but they're making this effort to come forward. They're, you know, like swallowing their fear and their pride and stepping forward to come towards you. And if you decide that, yes, this is a connection you want, which if you are true twin flames, it's highly unlikely that you're not going to want it, right? Because somebody that vibrates at the exact same core soul frequency as you literally don't get that anywhere else. So if you are in agreement with the Divine Masculine that you want this higher level of commitment and this connection, you want reunion and ultimate sacred union with your twin flame, you're going to have to bring a gentle touch. You cannot come in an aggressive mode with, you know, a desire to emotionally punish your counterpart for those past hurts. Keep that boundary to have open and honest conversations. Don't hold back in expressing yourself, but express yourself in a gentle way, in a way that's not going to escalate the situation into something undesirable, something that, you know, is going to trigger or hurt or frustrate the other person or even yourself. Be mindful of your words, be mindful of your approach. Know that you're both working together for the sake of this connection. If you do feel hostility, use your words to express I feel hostility, rather than expressing yourself using hostile words, if that makes sense. So I think that's some pretty powerful guidance from Spirit, some really great, you know, reassuring, confirming energy that's coming through here tonight. I hope that this finds everybody that it will resonate with, and I hope you all enjoyed it. I will leave my Instagram handle in the video description box. That is the place to find me if you want to purchase a personal reading from me, or if you want to purchase my Twin Flame Manifestation Affirmations. If you are interested in that document, stop by my profile, check out the highlight titled Affirmations, and there you can find so many reviews from my clients, both my coaching clients that I've worked with in the past, as well as my more recent Instagram and YouTube clients from my Twin Flame Soul Tribe who have experienced tried and true results using these affirmations. So that will be the place to find me. Like I said, it will be in the video description box. I do hope to see you all there on Instagram as well, but if not, I will come back and talk to you in the next reading video. Have a beautiful night, you guys.